Your Crafty Bestie is here to show you how to get those purl stitches instead of knits when you're doing the long tail cast on. Let's do this.
Show me love, show me love.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Marley Bird YouTube channel, your destination for everything knitting and crochet or by Crafty. In this video, I will show you how to do a little twist on that long tail cast on so that way you can get purl stitches instead of knit stitches when you do your cast on. This is a great way to cast on stitches where you turn your work and it's the right side and you don't want those purl bumps. I got you. Let me show you how to do this. Just like the regular long tail cast on, you do need a long tail to accommodate the number of stitches you will be casting on, and you will start with a slip knot. What is different here is when you place that slip knot on your right hand needle, instead of placing the tail over your thumb and the working yarn over your pointer finger, you're going to switch those up. Put the working yarn over your thumb and the tail over your forefinger, okay? Now, I'm going to show you 3 different ways to do the long tail cast on right now. The first one is the regular way. Regular long tail cast on. Up the thumb, over top the finger and down, through that window and off. Let me show you that again. Up the thumb, over top the finger and down, through the window and off. One more time. Up the thumb, down the finger, which goes over top of that yarn, through the window and off. Working the long tail cast on that way places beautiful knit stitches on your right hand needle. Okay, that's the first way. Now let's cast on so that way we get purl stitches facing us. What we want to do, same sort of setup, just like I said, the tail is over my finger here, and here's what we will do. We come outside here to the outside of the finger and go up the finger. And now, instead of going down the thumb and grabbing our yarn like this, we're going to go up the thumb and grab my yarn like so, and then come out the window on the finger. Drop the yarn from the finger and pull. Let's do that again. Up the finger, up the thumb, through the finger window, and off. Up the finger, up the thumb, through the finger window, and off. Notice now I have purl bumps, okay? By going up the finger and up the thumb, we are placing these stitches on our needle with the front leg forward when we turn our work. Let me show you what I mean. As I turn my work here, I am looking at beautiful knit stitches, right? And this front leg is stepping forward. So it's in a pretty normal orientation, okay? Here's the third way to cast on, and this is where it gets a little bit different should you choose to do it. So you do the same sort of setup, right? We're still right here. We're going to go up the finger, only this time we're going to go down the thumb and through the window. Up the finger, down the thumb, through the window. Up the finger, down the thumb, through the window. When you do that, yes, you do get these lovely purl bumps, which is what we want. However, when you turn your work, the back leg of the stitch is a little bit forward from the front. So it's oriented on my needle slightly different. Not a big deal. If I don't want those to be twisted stitches, all I would do is knit it through the back leg, correct? I just knit that stitch through the back leg and it'll be oriented in the proper manner for the way I knit going forward, right? However, let's say I decide I want this first row of stitches to be twisted. I could cast on where I go up the finger, down the thumb, and then my first row, I could purposely twist those stitches, and you just get a little bit more of a firmer cast on when you twist that first row. And it's a really great design feature, actually. I've used it in a couple other patterns of mine. This one is one of the stitches that's oriented correctly. You can see that front leg is stepping forward. So if I wanted to twist that, I would just knit it through the back leg, right? Twist that one, just knit it through the back leg. And again, it's very subtle. It's something that you are not going to notice in the sense of nobody's going to be pulling down your hem to do that. But it is just a nice little finishing technique that if you are looking to do that to your work, it looks really good. So I'm going to just knit across these ones as normal, meaning I'm just going through the front leg of those. But I want you to see the difference. These first 4 stitches here, these were all knits originally, but you can see here that they kind of have that purl bump, right? They have that purl bump because when I turned, I was looking at purls. But these ones here, I did them all as the purl long tail cast on, and I get a really nice clean transition from the long tail cast on right into my stockinette. Again, these are subtle little things that if you want to take your knitting up a little, this is something that you can do to really specify what kind of look your piece has. And it all starts with the cast on. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3 different cast-ons you now know, all from the long tail cast on. That's it for me, everybody. Your By Crafty bestie, Marley Bird. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and consider hitting subscribe and clicking that bell notification so that you are notified whenever there is a new knitting or crochet video released to help you become a better crafter. Talk to you guys again soon. Bye.
Show me up, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love.